It is the tale of two stories. The New York Times targeting Donald Trump in what he calls a hit piece, detailing his relationships with women, quoting more than a dozen former employees, girlfriends, and pageant queens from his past. But now one of those women is speaking out, saying she was totally misquoted. Here she is now to set the record straight, joining us from Raleigh, North Carolina, former model Rowanne Brewer Lane. Good morning, Rowanne. Thank you for being with us.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you. What was your reaction when you read this article yesterday?
Actually, it was very upsetting.
Why?
I was not happy to read it at all. Well, because the New York Times told us several times that they would make sure that my story that I was telling came across. They promised several times that they would do it accurately. They told me several times, and my manager several times, that it would not be a hit piece, and that my story would come across the way that I was telling it, and honestly, and it absolutely was not.
What did they get wrong?
Well, they did take quotes from what I said, and they put a negative connotation on it. They spun it to where it appeared negative. I did not have a negative experience with Donald Trump, and I don't appreciate them making it look like that I was saying that it was a negative experience, because
you knew him
not.
very well, right? You dated him for several months?
That's correct. Yes, and he never made me feel like I was being demeaned in any way. He never offended me in any way. He was very gracious. I saw him around all types of people, all types of women. He was very kind, thoughtful, generous. You know, he was a gentleman. He was a gentleman, and it was a...
The New York Times, this is a quote from the article, Donald J. Trump had barely met Rowanne Brewer Lane when he asked her to change out of her clothes. True or false?
False.
Why?
What's
wrong with that?
Well, I was asked, if anybody would ask me, how did you meet Donald Trump? You're going to get the story of how I was at a pool party at Mar-a-Lago with my agency and a lot of other people. And it was a night party, and I had a photo shoot that I had done all day, and I had another photo shoot the next day, and I almost didn't go, but my agent asked me if I would please come up and just enjoy for a while, and so I did, and I didn't wear a bathing suit. I didn't have a swimsuit. I came from a shoot, like I said, and I started talking with Donald and chatting with him over the course of the first maybe 20 minutes I was there. And we seemed to get along in conversation nicely, and it just very normally and naturally evolved into a conversation. We started walking around the mansion. He started showing me the architecture. We were having a very nice conversation, and we got into a certain part of it, and he asked me if I had a swimsuit, and I said I didn't. I didn't know that I wouldn't really plan on swimming, and he asked me if I wanted one. So I said, oh, okay, you know, sure. And I changed into one, and the part where I went back out to the pool party and he made a comment, now that's a stunning Trump girl right there, I was actually flattered by. I didn't feel like it was a demeaning situation or comment at all, and that's what I told the Times, and they spun it completely differently.
Wow, why did they do that?
Well, obviously they feel like they need to do something to make him look bad or go along with their article. You know, I don't know how many people have spoken out about it. I'm very happy that I can, because I have the right platform to do this. I don't know how many other girls feel like they were misquoted, but I know that for a fact I was, and I don't want that out there. That's not how it was. That's not how it felt. And it's just not what I want out there. He was a very good guy, Donald, and I think he's doing a good job in this race, and I think that some people have a problem with that.
Did he ever mistreat women?
Not that I've ever seen. Absolutely, without a doubt, no.
Have you reached out to him after this article just to set the record straight with him?
I haven't had time.
Yeah, you've been pretty busy, I'm sure. Have you talked to any of the other women that were quoted in the article as well?
I have not. I would love to find out from here out, you know, if I could, you know, if I'm helping set the platform for this, that's fantastic. Because I read it this morning and I didn't sleep all night, and I'm here talking about it now because that's important to me. I don't like what they did, and if Donald sees it and knows that, you know, he doesn't have to worry. You know, there's a God.
Why do you think the left, the mainstream media, is so obsessed with just creating this negative headline about how Donald Trump treats women?
I can't answer that. I don't know. I think that they're just reaching for straws.
Have you reached out to the reporter?
We have. My manager did that. I was getting prepared to leave and come up here so that I could say hello to you guys and answer questions and set the record straight, clear the air, which I'm very happy to do, and I appreciate that. We did send a message up to them and let them know that we were going to be saying, you know, telling our side of the story, because they know they promised me several times that that wasn't going to happen.
Just gives journalists a bad name, but I'm glad you're here to set the record straight. Will you vote for him?
I think Donald is doing a great job, and he is a very successful businessman. He's a great leader because of that. He has a lot going for him, let's face it, and I'm supporting him.
All right. Thank you, Rowanne. Thanks for setting the record straight and being here and telling the truth this morning. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you so very much.